What's going on, YouTube? It's Josh, aka Sloshy Joshy, bringing you another prediction video. We're doing week 3 this time around. Of course, tonight's the Thursday night game. Should be a pretty boring game, to be honest, but still gonna watch it. I watch all the football games, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, another 9-7 week. So 9-7 week 1, 9-7 week 2. Not the greatest. Not good at all, actually. Pretty average. But we're going to try to break that this week. I have a couple crazy ones in here. We'll get into it. I'm not going to spoil anything. But tonight, Panthers at Texans, going to be the Panthers. Davis Mills starting. It's just not exciting. I didn't even have any bullets to put. I couldn't even think of anything. I think the Panthers are just going to dominate. Panthers look good this year anyway. So Texans with Davis Mills starting. Who knows, man? He could be the real deal, make a competitive game. But I don't think he's going to beat the Panthers in his first start. We'll see. But I got the Panthers on that one. This is my big one. And I actually think that we can win on Sunday. Bills could be the better team, yeah. But I think this is going to be a defensive battle. And when we look at defense, I think it's going to be Heineke and Allen. They're both going to light up each other's defenses because our defense isn't playing great. Our secondary is not playing great. Our D-line's playing good. Hopefully start blitzing some more, get some pressure on Josh Allen. I think that's kind of what we need to do. But it's going to come down to turnovers and, which defense plays better. I think our defense is going to play better than the Bills' defense. So I think we're going to edge it out, and Washington gets the win over Buffalo. Could be, we're going to need to win one of these games. I think we pull this one out. Bears at Browns. Another kind of upset, I guess. Yeah, it is upset. I'm going Chicago, dude. Justin Fields with the start. Browns are banged up. Baker Mayfield's banged up. Jarvis Landry's not playing. OBJ's coming back in his first game. Kind of going to be hobbling around, probably still. Not going to be as explosive, I don't think, as he's meant to be. So offensive-wise, it's going to be Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Not much of a passing game. And I think Justin Fields is going to do good against the Browns defense. I think he's going to put up points. And I think it's going to bring a dynamic to Chicago that they haven't seen in a while. So I think the Bears are going to pull this one out, man. I know it's a bold prediction as well, but I think it's going to work, man. I think it's going to work. Bear down. Ravens at Lions. Yeah, this is going to be a blowout, just like Packers-Lions Monday night. Just not going to be a good game. Ravens should dominate. Ravens have a great defense, better defense than the Packers too. So, they should win by more than the Packers did. Lions are just going to fall behind. Goff's not a good quarterback. They're going to run all over this defense. They have a very run-heavy defense, similar to the Browns offense, or very run-heavy offense, similar to the Browns. They're just going to control the clock and they're just going to score every time they touch the ball. It's going to be crazy. So I got the Ravens for sure. Colts at Titans. Wentz hurt. I don't know his status for Sunday, but even if he does play, the offense just doesn't seem to be scoring much. They got some good weapons on there. Jonathan Taylor, of course. Zach Pascal, I think, is doing pretty good. Michael Pittman as well. Having a good year. But they just don't seem to score a lot of points. Like, they score points, but not like a lot. You know what I mean? They score like 20-ish, which was Washington's problem last year. We would, have a good defense, but our offense wasn't scoring. So kind of the similar boat, the Colts this year. I feel like their defense is pretty solid, but their offense just isn't putting enough points to win games. So Titans kind of found their offensive stride last week. They know their game plan, feed King Henry, and you got Julio and AJ Brown if you're in trouble. Tannehill's a good game manager. So there you go. Titans got it. Chargers at Chiefs. I could see this being a high-scoring affair. And honestly, I could see the Chargers kind of winning this one. But I didn't pick the Chiefs. Herbert and Mahomes go over 300 yardies for sure. Very high offensive scoring game. But no shot the Chiefs lose 2 in a row, right? Not Ravens and then the Chargers the next week. That would be blasphemous. So we're going Chiefs. Saints at Patriots. I think this might be a good game. It's really going to be whoever doesn't turn the ball over more, Mac Jones and Jameis. I think Mac Jones protects the ball from the small sample size we've seen first 2 weeks. I think he protects the ball a little bit better than Jameis. So I do think the Patriots will end up winning this game against the Saints. Falcons at Giants. I can see this being high scoring as well, simply because they are not good. These teams are just not good. Danny Dimes playing really well. So I think he's going to outplay Matt Ryan, and I think that will give the Giants the win. Pretty much. That's what sums up that game. Bengals at Steelers. So I wanted to pick Bengals here because I know Big Ben is hurt. I don't know if he's playing or not. I heard on the radio he wasn't playing, but then I saw on my fantasy league that it still said he was questionable. So still questionable. I know Deontay Johnson's questionable as well. So if those dudes are out, then I'm switching this to the Bengals, and I'll show you guys on my Sunday live video that I'm switching it so you don't accuse me of cheating. But because Big Ben, I think, is going to play, I got the Steelers edging it out just because Big Ben's a good game manager still. Does look like he's kind of finishing up his career, though, doesn't it? I hate to say it, but it looks kind of similar to Peyton and Drew Brees, how they just lost steam in their arm, dude. Just 1 year just happens, man. It's happens to the best of them. But Steelers very banged up. TJ Watt, Stephon Tuitt, a couple of defensive injuries. Hayden, I think, is also banged up. So it's going to be if the defense shows up for the Steelers or not, because Joe Burrow could torch them if there's too many injuries. We'll see. And if Big Ben doesn't play, then it's the Bengals game. Cardinals at Jaguars. This is a very easy one. Urban Meyer's just not coaching the Jags well, I don't think. He's given the James Robinson the ball, I think, 18 times in 2 games, which is absolutely terrible. He's one of your best offensive weapons. They need to run him more. They need to, pass him more even. He was good. He caught some balls last year. I don't know why they're not using him in the pass game either. Trevor Lawrence, of course, a rookie quarterback. You can't blame him for throwing interceptions. It happens to rookies. It happens a lot to rookies. So he'll learn from the game. I'm not worried about Trevor Lawrence as a whole, but the Jaguars, man, the defense isn't playing well. They're playing catch-up ball all too often, which is kind of what you would expect. I mean, they were the number 1 draft pick for a reason, right? They were the worst team in the NFL last year. They made a little bit of upgrades, but they still got a lot of team building to do for sure before they become a playoff team. And, Kyler Murray's just on a tear this year, so he's going to continue that and walk over the Jaguars. Jets at Broncos in Mile High Stadium. Teddy Two Gloves playing well, man. I think he continues against the Jets. Zach Wilson's turnovers are going to continue. He's going to keep throwing interceptions. Broncos defense is better than Patriots, if you ask me. So he threw 4 interceptions against the Patriots. I see him throwing a few more here, and that's ultimately going to cost him the game. You can't throw a lot of picks, man. You're not going to win too many games. Am I even allowed to drink beer on a YouTube video? I don't know. You can only throw about, just depends, but you're not going to win a game throwing 4 interceptions. And the Broncos defense is going to get a couple for sure. Dolphins at Raiders. Raiders look good, man. Derek Carr is hot right now. He is hot. He's leading the league in passing yards. He's making good decisions. Feeding Waller, feeding Ruggs downfield. Waller's going for over 100 in this game for sure. 2 is out. You bring in Jacoby Brissett. I don't mind Jacoby Brissett actually as a quarterback, but I think the Raiders are hot right now, man. I don't think they lose this game, especially at home. So Raiders take that one. Bucks at Rams. This is another one. I wanted to pick Bucks. I'm from Tampa. I live in Tampa. But Rams, bro. I got the Rams in this game. This is going to be a great, great game. I'm actually very excited to watch this game. It's probably my game of the week. It's going to be a slugfest, right? I could see this going either way. The Bucks and the Rams have great defenses. I could see it going very low scoring or just an all-out slugfest. And Tom Brady has 4 touchdowns. Matt Stafford has 4 touchdowns. I do think it's going to be a little bit in the middle. We'll see. But I do think the Rams are going to edge it out. I think the Rams defense is nuts. And I think they bring some pressure to Brady, which is what not a lot of teams do. Tom Brady does not get hit a lot because he gets rid of the ball quickly. I think the Rams have a good enough secondary and, a good enough defense to take away those short passes. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. I do think the Rams are going to win, though. That is one of my upset picks of the week. Seahawks at Vikings. Seahawks are going to I think they're going to beat the Vikings pretty bad, but they take their loss out on the Vikings last week. I know Russell was pissed. They lost in OT to the Titans and a very bad comeback. They should have won for sure, but they didn't. And the Vikings defense is atrocious. Seahawks isn't great either, but I think Russell Wilson's going to ball out against this Vikings defense. It's going to be a big scoring game. Whatever. Seahawks win that one. Packers at 49ers. The Pack are back, dude. Pack are back. Everyone's, going crazy because of week 1. Lost to the Saints. Only put up 3 points. Rodgers threw like 2 or 3 picks. But I mean, it's 1 week, right? We tend to do that. We tend to judge teams based on week 1 a little too harshly. They bounced back, beat the Lions pretty bad. Aaron Jones has 4 touchdowns. That dude's an animal. And the 49ers just don't have the offense to keep up with the Packers, and that's just what's gonna lose them the game. They have a good defense for sure, 49ers do, but it's Aaron Rodgers. So Packers win that one. And then the Monday night game, Eagles at Colts. This is gonna be a good division game. I think it's actually gonna be a good game too. I do have the Cowboys beating them out though. I just think Dak, CeeDee Lamb, and Amari Cooper are just a way better duo than Jalen Hurts and a rookie wide receiver. Devontae Smith played good week 1. Didn't do much week 2. I think 2 catches for like 15 yards. So, and I know he's their one. So, I just don't. I said this before the season started. I don't believe in Hurts as a starter in the NFL. He's very talented, very, very quick, good runner as well. But as far as making the throws consistently and all that, I don't see it happening. But I digress. Dak will win. Basically, Dak will beat the Eagles single-handedly. And that's going to be it for week 3. Let me know. I know I had some crazy ones this week, but you got to throw some shots, right? People get upset. It happens every week in football. So those are my shots. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. It's pretty crazy, but hopefully you have a good week 3. I guess my next video will probably be my lineups, going over them on Saturday. So stay tuned for that video. Peace. Catch you guys on the next one.